Welcome back to another High Performance Living Touchcast. My name is Jen Quammen. I am recording this week, which is a little bit new in the last month or so. I've done a few voiceovers, but haven't actually been on screen to you guys in a while. So it's lovely to sort of see you again. So anyway, thanks for joining us. This week our topic is on professionalism, and more specifically we delved into reputation. And so the concept of reputation is I guess I think of it as a living entity, so it's not a static snapshot, and particularly in this day and age, it's definitely a living beast in a way. So good or bad, it's there. And our sort of idea this week is how are you managing it, and what are you doing about your reputation? So specifically the question this week that we posed out on the web and got a little bit of interaction on is what are you pretending not to know about your reputation? So again, the idea is it's out there within your practice or within your work, within your family, even to a certain degree. Your reputation certainly precedes you in some ways, but there are probably facets of it that you've maybe heard of or have heard and don't want to know about, so you're ignoring them to a certain degree, and that's not really beneficial, and it's certainly not changing what's out there. So we want you to think about acknowledging those things and trying to move forward past there. So again, question of the week is what are you pretending not to know about your reputation, and more importantly, what are you going to do about it? So from there we went on and we opened up a quote as well. I think this one's actually really awesome. Simon Sinek does some really amazing work, and he gives this description that our reputations don't come from how we talk about ourselves. They actually come from how other people talk about us, which of course makes perfect sense if you look at just the generic definition of reputation. But I think more importantly, I want you to think about reputation as coming from others, the quote unquote others in here, as a large group of people. So it's your family, it's your friends, it's your colleagues, it's your classmates if you're in school, your coworkers, any of those people certainly contribute to your reputation. And so although you want to be cognizant of it and aware that it's there, you also want to realize that a lot of it has to do with how you manage your relationships with other people, for lack of a better term. So I think it's a really interesting quote to talk about. The one thing I'd like to kind of jump off from here is that reputations have a new dimension in the last 15 or 20 years with internet, of course, and now we have all these social media access points for every individual. If you're working at a hospital, there's probably a Facebook page or a Pinterest page for your clinic. You probably have one personally. I do as well. Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. There's just a plethora of these social media sources out there, and they are absolutely a place that your reputation is spun as well. So not only do you have to kind of manage your live action in-person reputation, you have to be cognizant of and try to manage that reputation that's out there online. So there are certainly some things that get put online that cannot be changed, but in the grand scheme of things, I like to think of it as walking your talk. So whatever it is you want to exude or want to represent, you need to be that in every facet of your life, in your working life, in your personal life, when you're out and about in the community. So that's one big thing is I guess this concept that reputation is not just one small piece of work, for example, or personal. They all very much meld together, and then there's a whole new dimension with this social media aspect as well, the internet aspect. So those are kind of the things I would love for people to think about associated with reputation. So again, getting back to the fact that this is not a static entity, it's very much a living beast, and how you would manage that. If you do find out that there's something out there that's derogatory, how are you going to address that? Simply ignoring it is maybe not the best thing to do. You might want to face it head on. So if you're having any struggles with understanding the concept of reputation or how to manage some things online or in person, certainly we can talk to you a lot about communication, and interpersonal skills are a big component of that. So please feel free to contact us at highperfliving.com. If you click on the screen here, it'll take you straight to the web page and you can reach us there. Thank you.